You connect Typeform to Zapier from inside Zapier's Zap editor by adding Typeform as a trigger, then authorizing your Typeform account. Once linked, new form submissions can kick off automations across thousands of apps. Let's get right into it. Open your browser, go to Zapier.com, and sign into the account you use to build automations. Wait for the main dashboard to load completely. You'll know it's ready when you see your recent zaps in the center area and the sidebar fills in. Right away, look to the upper left corner for the orange Create button. Click it, then select Zaps from the dropdown. The Zap editor opens with an empty trigger step waiting for you, because every Zap starts with a trigger. I always name a Zap right at this point. It saves confusion later when you have 10 Zaps all called Untitled Zap. Click the title in the top left and give it a descriptive name like Typeform to Sheets, Leads. Now you're looking at the trigger step that says Choose App and Event. Under App, click the search box and type Typeform. You'll see Typeform appear in the drop-down. The icon is a little circle with a stylized T. Select it. Zapier immediately asks you to pick a trigger event. The list includes things like new entry for when a respondent finishes a form, or a few action events if you ever want Typeform to be the action instead. For connecting and automating form processing, new entry is what you want 95% of the time. Choose that, then click Continue. Zapier now needs you to link a Typeform account, so it takes you to the account connection screen. On the Choose an Account screen, click the button that says Sign in to Typeform or Connect a new account. The exact wording depends on whether you've connected Typeform before. A pop-up window or new tab opens, asking you to log into Typeform. Use the credentials for the Typeform workspace that actually holds the forms you plan to automate. This is the most common spot where people lose 10 minutes. If you have a free Typeform plan, you have one workspace and it's straightforward. But if your team has multiple workspaces, double check you're signing into the right one, because Zapier will only see the forms inside that workspace. After you sign in, Typeform shows a permissions page that explains what Zapier can do. Read your form responses, see your forms, and so on. Review it, then click Allow or Authorize. The window closes, and you're back in the Zap editor with your Typeform account listed and a green check mark. That authorization generates a secure token that Zapier uses from now on, so you won't have to sign in each time unless the token eventually expires, and if it does, Zapier will prompt you to reconnect. With the account selected, click Continue. Zapier now shows a test screen. Click the Test Trigger button. Zapier reaches out to Typeform, pulls your account details, and verifies the link. You should see a success message almost instantly. We found an account, along with a summary of the forms it sees. If instead you get a message like no forms found or an error, that almost always means the connected account doesn't have the forms you think it does. Go back, disconnect, and reconnect the correct workspace. But assuming it works, the test step also fetches sample data. Zapier grabs the 3 most recent submissions from any form in that account, so it can show you what fields you'll map later. That's important if you haven't submitted any responses yet. You'll need a sample response for testing, which I'll touch on in a minute. For now, you've confirmed the handshake is solid. Click Continue again to move on. Now you land on the Setup Trigger screen. The first drop-down is Form, and it lists every form in your connected workspace. Pick the specific form you want to monitor. Once you select it, Zapier automatically pulls the form's field structure and shows a preview of the data it will make available. Field labels like email, name, message, and so on. You don't need to change anything else unless you want to filter out certain submissions later, but at the trigger level the default is fine. At this point, it's smart to submit a real test response to that form right now. Open your form's share link in another tab, fill it out, and hit Submit. Then, back in Zapier, click the Test Step button again. Zapier will fetch your fresh submission so you have live data to work with when you start mapping fields in the next step. That avoids the no sample found headache later. Once you see a successful test with real data, click Continue. Your trigger is now fully configured. Zapier drops you into the Action Step Builder. Here you pick the app you want to send the form data to, a CRM like HubSpot, a Google Sheet, an email platform, whatever fits your workflow. I'll walk through Google Sheets as a concrete example because it's a common first automation. Search for Google Sheets, select it, and choose the Create Spreadsheet row action. Connect your Google account, pick the spreadsheet and worksheet, then map the Typeform fields to the sheet columns by clicking inside each empty field and selecting the matching data from the dropdown, name to name, email to email, and so on. Do a quick test on this action step to make sure the row lands correctly. Then, if you have no other steps, you're ready to publish. Click the Publish button. It's a toggle in the top right of the editor. Zapier turns your Zap on. From this moment forward, every time someone completes that form, Typeform sends the data to Zapier and your action fires automatically. I always go and submit one more test entry and then check the Zapier task history to confirm everything flowed end to end before I call it done. You've now connected Typeform to Zapier and built a live automated workflow. The real power is that you can now add any number of extra steps, send a Slack alert, create a task in Asana, tag a contact in your CRM, all from that single form submission. Give your Zap a few test runs, monitor the task history for a day, and you're set. When you need to connect another form, you already know the pattern. Refer back to these steps anytime, and you'll have your link running in under 5 minutes. Thanks for building alongside me.